Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for the October Month of Madness in Horror Let's Play poll video. You may be wondering why I'm not showing my face and instead showing this picture. There's two reasons for that, really. First one is I found this picture online and I wanted to show it to everyone. Take a minute to pause and read through it. It's pretty hilarious. And the other reason is I'm not exactly camera ready, if you get my meaning. I mean, I'd need to shave, and it's like 10 p.m. and I am being lazy. I'll admit that openly. I'm being lazy. Anywho, so we have 4 games for our poll this year, which is a switch because we usually have just 3. I made 4 because we're bringing 2 over from the last poll since 999 was so long. Other than that, the format is generally the same. I'm going to show an image, do the synopsis for one of the horror games on the list, including the reviews for the previous ones that were on the previous list. And then I'm showing a trailer for the games. Well, I say it like I do trailer in all of them. The only October Month of Madness and Horror Let's Play poll video I did where I went into the trailers was the most recent one, 2015. So, without further ado, let's get to our first game on the list. Oh, and of course there's a poll in the description below. And I might post it in the comments too, just to make sure that everyone can get to it. Okay, now, on to the first of the games we're doing.
Embark on a desperate rescue mission for your brother, who vanished in the Himalayas. After searching eerie villages and ancient monasteries tracking down leads, you climb the steep faces of Chomalonzo to discover his fate. As you climb higher, the mountain itself becomes an enemy, prone to the travails of altitude sickness and oxygen deprivation. You may not be able to tell the difference between real enemies and hallucinations.
Something wrong here. Hard to concentrate on his voice.
The object is known as a terma. It's an ancient artifact, very powerful indeed.
So, Bennett tried for the terma and hired Frank to go after the terma for him. Either these ghosts are real and your whole worldview just got knocked into a hat, or there's some kind of high altitude hallucination.
In the old days, man tried to catch a glimpse of the future in the strangest of ways. Experience the ancient Swedish phenomena of year-walking through a different kind of first-person adventure that blurs the lines between 2 and 3 dimensions, as well as reality and the supernatural. Venture out into the dark woods where strange creatures roam on a vision quest set in 19th century Sweden. Solve and decipher cryptic puzzles, listen for clues, and learn about mysterious folklore creatures in the built-in encyclopedia as you seek to foresee your future and find out if your loved one will ever love you back. Mysteries and clues await everywhere in Yearwalk, but But to fully understand the events that took place on that cold New Year's Eve, you will have to delve deeper than the adventure and lose yourself between fact and fiction. Three men once manned the lighthouse on Fetch Rock, but they vanished without a trace on New Year 1900. No one knows what really happened to those three poor souls, and no one is brave enough to stay in the lighthouse alone after dark. Except you. Travel to Fetch Rock Island and discover what really happened. Use supernatural investigative techniques and realistic ghost hunting gadgets to reveal the evil presence that threatens Fetch Rock. Together, you must defeat the evil that hides in the mist and uncover the mystery of Lights Out. Step into a pure thriller in which nothing is what it seems. After returning to the quiet streets of Paris to pursue a life of painting, Gus Macpherson could not escape his true art. The former New York detective finds himself walking the beat once again when hired by a sensuous woman to investigate the gruesome beheadings of her sister and brother-in-law. In the dark and mysterious streets of Paris, plagued with his clairvoyant sixth sense, Gus will uncover a conspiracy written in blood, with rituals and artifacts as old as time itself. Okay, and those are your choices for the 2016 October Month of Madness in Horror Let's Play. I'm gonna touch base on a couple of things. I mean, they are kind of well, one of them is obvious, but the other, not so much. So, Darkfall 2 is obviously the sequel to an October Month of Madness in Horror Let's Play game that I've already done, Darkfall: The Journal. I believe it's a direct sequel, don't quote me on that. but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Post-Mortem, on the other hand, it mentions that it's a prequel to the Still Life series, but funny thing is, I looked on Steam and it actually came out before Still Life, so I don't know if the ones on Steam are a remake and that one just came out first before the Still Life games were put on Steam, which is probably the case, let's be honest, but I just figured I'd touch on that. That's why I'm doing it first, Post-Mortem, instead of putting Still Life in first, even though it might be a prequel to Still Life. Anyway, I guess that's it. As I said before, the poll is in the description, should probably also be in the comments, and anyone's having difficulty finding the link, but I put it in multiple places, so that shouldn't be a problem, but if anyone is, just mention in the comments, and I'll give it to you. Okay, see you guys in the next Let's Play and/or episode, or one of these updated things, whatever comes next. Bye.